Star Citizen is not an easy game to define. Its creator, Chris Roberts, calls it the best damn space sim ever, or BDSSC, and one particular point that backs this statement is the fact that the game is heading towards the direction of being a limitless experience, something that can quite be daunting for a lot of new players, especially in an era when games take players by the hand and guide them around until they know the basics, which is something Star Citizen does not. But fear not, new people of the verse, because I am the Eradicator, and in this video I will try my best to help you getting started without falling into the usual pitfalls new players often have issues with when they take their first steps into this larger world. And if you are not new to the game, who knows, you might learn something new too. So here we go, let's get started. If you are totally new to the game, you will obviously need to make a new character, and this process is purely cosmetic and needs to be redone after every major patch, so I don't think that it is very important. Next, you will need to select a starting location, and here I suggest that you start at Lorville, Hurston, and let me tell you why. It is the closest location to the Crusader area, which in my opinion offers the best opportunities for beginners. To go there, you will have to obviously leave your starting hub, press F to have the option to open the door, and head toward the elevator from which you will be able to get to the ground floor. Don't forget to press F to do that too. Once there, you will have to find the metro center, which is where you will have to find, obviously, the metro, right? This one is quite easy, just follow the sign, and once you arrive, you will have the chance to take two lines, the perimeter line and the spaceport line. That's the one you want to take. Once you get to Tisa Spaceport, you will have to get your ship. For that, you will need to summon it from one of the ship terminals that are located by that display Origin M50. The terminal will tell you in which hangar your ship will spawn. You will have to memorize your hangar number because you will see that in the elevator to the hangar there will be a lot of hangars to choose from. Also note that in Star Citizen Alpha 3.11, and this is a spoiler for the next patch, the ship will be automatically in your HUD telling you which hangar it is, so that if you forget which one it is, you won't have to come back to your ship terminal. But again, this is coming up in the next major patch. Once at your ship, you will have to find the door to get in. And here, unfortunately, I can't help you find your ship door because each ship is unique, so you will have to do that part yourself. However, I would suggest to regularly hold F while looking for your door, as you might accidentally find it. And when you do, you have to click on Enter Ship once the option pops. Once inside, look for the cockpit and take the pilot's seat. Once seated, look via F for the flight ready option. And once you click it, congratulations, your ship is now turned on. But you are not ready to go yet. You still need to get that hangar door opened. And for that, press 11, it's your communications menu, and go to the Friends tab on the top left. I know, it's weird, and we all think that it is weird, but it is what it is, right? There, you have to contact the starport services. It should start opening the doors and tell you that you are clear to launch. However, you are not just out yet. You still need to make sure that the doors are fully open before you leave. Hold Z and use your mouth to look up to have a look. Alright, so now it's time to take off. And don't touch anything, just hold space and your ship should start to lift. Once you are out, don't leave the spaceport just yet or your ship may be blown up. To avoid that, look for the starport splines and fly through them until you are out of the virtual tunnel. Note that only Lorville and Area 18 have those because their respective starports are located in urban areas. Okay, now that we are out of the virtual tunnel, you will be able to start your climb to the upper atmosphere. Depending on the planet, you will have to climb up to an altitude of 10 to 12,000 meters before starting to spool your quantum drive. Now, before you do that, though, you will have to press F2. This will open the star map. Now, make a right double click to zoom out, and then look for Planet Crusader and double click on it. Next to it, you should have a little station called Port Olisar. This is your destination. Select it by clicking on the button on the center top and make sure that you have that green line heading toward it. From then on, your ship's computer should guide you toward it. Press F2 to close your star map. There should now be a tiny arrow on your HUD telling you where to go. So press D to activate your quantum drive. Press B to activate your quantum drive. And once you found Planet Crusader, and you are aligned with it, wait until your quantum drive circles and press B again. It should make the jump to the quantum drive. Now, this is maybe the most boring part of Star Citizen because there's pretty much nothing to do in Quantum. This is why I can spend some time to talk about the referral program and the giveaways. First, if you don't have an account yet, by using this code here, which is also in the description down below, you can earn a free 5,000 Alpha UEC, which can be very useful, as you are going to see later. With that get money, that get money can only get activated once you acquire a $40 game package. Also, this month, I am giving away, thanks to Buzz69, a Talon Shrike with lifetime insurance, as well as a package that includes a rock and a Cutlass Black, all of that with lifetime insurance too. All you have to do to get yourself winning is to subscribe to this channel and make sure that we can see you subscribed in your privacy settings. Otherwise, I can't tell if you are subscribed or not. And comment to any Star Citizen related video posted this month. The winner will be announced early October. Good luck to everyone. Okay, now normally it takes a little bit longer than this, but thanks to the joys of video editing, we are already at Crusader. Now, don't hold your breath, because what you are looking at is just a placeholder and does not represent how Planet Crusader will really be when it eventually gets released. Also, be careful if you get too close, because it will blow your ship up, because it's alpha, right? Anyway, you will now wait until your quantum drive cools down, and once it does, you're gonna have to press B again and follow the tiny arrows. You should see a square icon. Those represent space stations. The one that we want to go to is called Port Olisar. Once your quantum drive is fully spooled again, press B and you should be at Port Olisar in no time. Okay, so now it will be time for your first landing. Don't worry, it is going to be the easiest you can have in Star Citizen, which is why I am taking you here. Move a little bit closer and soon you are going to have to press 11 to go into the Friends tab and then call the landing services, who will assign you a pad, which you should easily identify thanks to augmented reality. Be careful though, because if you land on the wrong pad, your ship will be impounded, and if you die or relog, you may even spawn at your point of origin, which is Lorville in your case, so you really want to do this right. Slowly scroll down your mouse wheel to reduce your speed to about 50 meters per second. And once you are in close range, I would suggest you to slow down to 20 meters per second. And when you are above the pad, try to get eventually at 0. But for that, you are going to stop pressing W. If you stop pressing W, eventually your ship stops. Make sure that you haven't pressed cruise control, which is that little arrow I'm showing you on the screen right here. If it is accidentally turned on, press C to turn it off. Also, don't forget your landing gear too. Press N to lower your landing gear, and remember your 6 degrees of freedom. Space for up, left control is A, D is for going right, and left control is to go down. Once you are well positioned, lower your ship and wait until you hear landing complete. There you go. Congratulations, you just nailed your first landing. Now, this was very important because landing properly sets your respawn location to where you landed, and if that place features hubs, of course. And given that the area around Crusader arguably features some of the most accessible content for beginners, this is definitely where you want to respawn. For now, we shall just focus on leaving the ship. Press Y to leave your seat and look for the exit door. Again, I don't know which ship you have, so you'll have to do it on your own, but once you are out of the ship, you have to head towards the central structure. You should find an opening with a path, so go there and keep on moving until you find an airlock. Now, you should know how to open doors, but to fill the airlock with air or vacuum, you are going to have to press this button here. Again, now we are in Port Olisar, so in the central room is where people summon their ships. You will also see the admin around which you'll be able to sell your cargo, and the corridors on the side, which is where the drop boxes are located if you need to drop boxes there. Anyway, well, now we don't need to do anything here, so let's go back to the ship and leave ASAP before the station despawns your ship. Now, it wouldn't be much of a deal because you'll be able to respawn your ship anyway, but it would just be annoying. So, back in the ship, which should still be up and running, press space to go up and scroll up to gain some speed. Don't forget to press C now for cruise control so that you can do other things while your ship keeps on moving by itself. This will keep your ship going while you browse the Mobiglass for missions, because yes, it is now time to take some missions. So, the what, you may ask? Well, the Mobiglass, which is the smartwatch of the future that does everything for you. Press F1 to open it, and at the bottom of the screen is where you will find the apps featured in the Mobiglass. What you need to find is the Contract Manager, so open it, and you'll find several tabs. The one that we should focus on is the General tab and the Personal tab. You will find lawful missions in general, while the Personal tab will show you the criminal missions. Now, you know that I am a player who fights criminals, so today we will be focusing on lawful missions, obviously. The first mission that I would recommend you to do is the Investigation PI Wanted mission. It is one of the oldest missions from the Alpha 2.x branch, but it will not involve combat and will give you extra time to hone your flying skills. This mission will take you to the Convalex Gondo, a shipping hub that has had an accident, let's just say that way. Now, you will have to quantum travel your way around Daymar, which is a moon of Crusader, and stop your ship near that enter point here. Once there, you will have to do the rest in EVA mode. EVA standing for Extravehicular Avionics. Once inside, go straight for the computer. Press F to play its message. Then you will have to go to the third level, which is where you will find the staff's hubs. The elevators are obviously not working because the station is offline, so you will have to go up there, and you will need to play the message from the computer that is on that specific hub here. To complete the mission, this is all you need to do. Now, you would have to submit the evidence to your employer. So again, press F1 to the Mobiglass, Contract Manager, go to the Accepted tab, and select Submit. Congratulations, you just completed your first Star Citizen mission. Now, as you can hear, your employer is of course disappointed. There is another outcome that makes her happy, but I won't spoil it for you. You will have to find it by yourself. So, what to do next? Well, if you are playing a space sim game, you may want to try combat or cargo hauling. And what about both? For this mission, your ship will need to have an interior though, but if you have an Aurora or a Pisces or an Avenger, it should be okay. Now the mission that we'll take now is called Stolen Property Recovery. It will involve combat against one ship, which is usually a Mustang Beta, but in the past it used to be a Reliant Core, so it may change. But by now, you should know how to get to your destination. So once you get to your target, press 1 to pinpoint it. Your targeting computer should be giving you a pip, which is a particular point you should aim at in order to hit your target. In combat, make sure that you do not overspeed. I usually fly between 100 to 200 meters per second, and sometimes even less. Also, do not assume that the AI will avoid your ship, because it won't. So I usually strafe on the side, so an A or D, when I get a little bit closer. The Mustang Beta is a relatively weak ship, so even an Aurora may destroy it. And once you do, fly as close as possible from the box and EVA to recover it. Now, usually we need to return those boxes to Planetary surface outposts, but sometimes Port Olisar needs them too. So for the purpose of this video, we will go to a surface outpost. Now, F2 for the star map, and let's click on Crusader and then select the moon where you need to go. From here, we can also select the outpost where we need to go to. Then it's quantum travel time. Once we arrive at the moon, you can also quantum travel to your destination if it is a legally registered location, meaning that criminal outposts are not registered, obviously. Now follow the mission marker, but beware, do not go too fast. On moons with tenuous atmospheres such as Selene, Walla or Yela, it is possible to go so fast that you won't even have time to slow down and you will crash your ship. Ideally, you will want to be at 200 meters per second, at 10 kilometers away from your destination, 100 meters per second at 5 kilometers, and 50 meters per second at 1 kilometer, and finally down at 20 meters per second by the pads. I mean, if the outpost has pads, of course. Also, do not land on the big pad if you have a small ship. This is landing etiquette 101. Larger ships like the Karak or the Caterpillar desperately need them, so please don't be that guy. Land on the small pad, please. Also, if you have a smaller ship, do not land in the middle of the smaller pad. If you look carefully, you will see that there are 2 spots, so you only need to take one so that someone else can take the other one. Once you landed, pick up your box and head towards the drop-off location. Just like as in Port Olisar, there is an airlock, so open it and get to the building to find your drop-off location. Put your box in the intended spot, and if it's a drop box, click on the drop-off button and place the box inside. Voila! Congratulations, you completed another mission. From then on, I think that you should be a little bit more autonomous. Next, I would suggest you take the maintenance missions. These are trash collecting missions, basically. They are very laid back and will help you hone your flying and landing skills, which is why I recommended you to go to Crusader, as they are not available anywhere else. And once you feel comfortable enough, the rest is up to you. I would recommend you to explore the verse and find new locations, shop, armor, guns, and live your own life in the verse. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. It is still an alpha, which means that there will be wipes, so it's okay if you die or lose things. We all do in the end. And that's pretty much it for this beginner's guide. I hope that if you are new to Star Citizen, it helped you a lot, or that it may have helped you if you need to guide new players into the verse too. Also, if you want to find more guides, feel free to browse my videos. I am nearing 1000 Star Citizen videos, so there's pretty much a guide for everything in this channel, from FPS combat, mining, trading, shopping, anything you name it, it is there. I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.